For this Wire to Explore adventure, we're here at Anderson Ranch Reservoir, and we're going to do another Brews with Views. But this time, we're going to make the brew. We're doing a stout extract. All right, first step, I'm going to use RO water. We're going to do 1.5 gallons. All right, we have our specialty grains. This is for, you're going to steep this. It's going to add flavor and color to the brew, especially that dark color for that dark stout. Everybody has their own way of doing this, but I like to put the grain bag completely over my grains and then pour them into the bag. So we're going to steep those grains for 30 minutes. Those grains consist of 4.5 ounces of two-row, 3.2 ounces of C40, 2 ounces of chocolate malt, and 1.2 ounces of black patent. The hops I'm going to use for this boil is going to be 7 grams of Golding at 60 minutes, 4 grams of Fuggles at 15 minutes, and 4 more grams of Golding at 5 minutes. All right, it's been 30 minutes. Specialty grains are done steeping. Wow, it's already really, really dark. Drain off as much fluid as you can. Let's get the boil going. Let's light it up. Flame on. We're at a rolling boil, looking good so far. Now I'm going to turn off the heat, add the extract, stir it in. That way we don't burn to the bottom. The boil started back up. Now we're just going to stir it and kind of adjust the temperature until we get the perfect boil. We just don't want it to boil over. At 60 minutes, I have my 7 grams of Golding. Oh, that smells so good. And what I like to do is I like it to add it to this hops bag. That way at the end I don't have as much trub at the bottom of my fermenter. And that's just kind of how I do my hops. Now it comes to my second favorite part of any kind of brew day, and that is cracking open my brew beer. I'm gonna go with, I think I have 2 of these left. These Ollie Browns from Blue Pit Brewing out of Mountain Home, Idaho. This will be my brew day beer while I watch water, or wort in this case, boil. What a great place to brew beer. This is the fun part with propane, is balancing out the boil so it doesn't boil over while the wort is boiling. This is a good time to clean out my fermenting vessel, which in this case is a little mini corny keg. Let's make sure there's no pressure in there before I blow myself up. Oh, got some pressure. Shit, this is a great idea. All right, no more pressure. Woo! I'm glad that that the pressure pushes up against this rim. If that would have just been a cap and I would have undone it, it would have like blown and probably taken out one of my eyes or a nice chunk of my forehead. Blue Pit Brewing really does a good job on this brown ale. Look at that little guy. So cute. So we're almost coming up to 15 minutes. Then I'll add my Fuggle hops, and then at 5 minutes I'll add the 4 grams of Golding. All right, we're at 15 minutes. I am going to add my 4 grams of Fuggle hops. Oh, they smell so good. All right, I'm gonna add them to my hop bag. All right, we are at 5 minutes until the boil is done. So I will add the rest of these Golding hops. I'd say we were about 5 ounces over the 1 gallon mark. All right, now we're gonna take the original gravity. Have to let this cool down. Now, take that guy, we'll put it in there. We'll find out what the original gravity is. And then when we're done fermenting, we'll take the final gravity, find out what the alcohol content is. It's also boiling wort. It'll have a little bit of a sanitary effect also. We're gonna let that cool down. I'll probably put it in an ice bath here shortly. We're not gonna crank this down fully. We just want it to be kind of a lid. Wow, the pressure, or look at that. Look at that. The pressure already builds up from the steam. There we go. Use half of it now. If I was next to the South Boise River, I would just toss this in that 42-degree water and it would cool down really fast. It's time to take a reading and see where our original gravity is at. All right, dun, dun, dun. Spin it around. All right, we got 0.060. Hey, 0.060. I think my goal was 0.063. All right, I just randomly decided that while I wait for this wort to cool down, that I'm gonna take a bunch of coconut that I have for another recipe, a coconut IPA. I'm gonna toast it, I'm gonna put it into the bag, I'm gonna toss the bag inside the wort when I go to ferment it. Let's see how it turns out. This is why I love home brewing, is because you might have a general idea of what the recipe is, but there's so much experimentation you can do. And boy, do I love experimenting. I'm gonna scientifically measure this out so I'm very precise on my beer. All right, now that a bunch of it is toasty golden brown, I don't wanna burn it, add a burnt flavor to my beer, so I'm going to turn off the heat, pack it into its bag, and toss it in the beer. Take my bag, start loading it in. So what I'll do is I'll tie this up, and so none of the coconut can get out into the beer. Woo, it's still really hot. The wort has cooled down to a temperature that I can now pitch the yeast. This is the part where you want to like aerate the wort. All right, that's about half of it. Might be a little overkill, but this is Star Sands and water. This is great for keeping everything clean. Take my spunding valve. We're gonna put it on the in port. This is where I would put the gas, but in this case, I'm gonna put the spunding valve, which once again is set to 8 or 9 PSI. If I put the spunding valve on the out peg, then as the pressure built up to 8 or 9 PSI, anything over that would just spray out beer right out, just all over the place, make a big mess. Now that the wort is in my fermenter, I am going to put this into a cooler, and that cooler will go into a temperature controlled room. And after 7 days, I'm going to taste test this. And if I like it, I will force carbonate it with some CO2 and then chill it and serve it. Brew day is done. Man, I just want to thank Blue Pit Brewing for making a delicious brew day beer. I think today was one of their brew days. I saw on their social media, Gunny was brewing a beer. Can't wait to see what he's making. Him and Jeff make some excellent local beers, and what a great place to go and spend some time. This was a beautiful place to brew a beer. I'm so happy to be here in Idaho. Cheers, everyone.